those who've gone the fiscal discipline route like here in the UK, or those who've gone for a big stimulus like the US, neither of them has got the better of the argument. Neither has been able to stimulate growth and jobs. And so we're at one of those possible inflection points where the traditional economic tools are failing us. And people are noticing that. And that's why I think is infecting the market with this general sense of kind of alarm and a sense that there isn't a direction. And when you put on top of that kind of policymaker weakness, a drift with political leaders who feel that they can't get good advice, can't find good solutions, and are in many cases facing tricky electoral situations, it's a very toxic mix.
Mark, hi, it's Lisa over in Singapore. Do you think France's AAA rating could be the tiniest bit in danger when you look at the deficit, when you look at the increasing debt to GDP ratio? Is it starting to get a little precarious?
Well, I think so. You know, when you've seen the US and Japan both take downgrades from each from one ratings agency, you can't rule out that France could find itself next in line. But, you know, on the other hand, I have to say, I think people are so nervous about being blamed as the one that kind of pulled the carpet from underneath the euro that it would be a brave ratings agency that took that step.
Hi, Sylvia from Frankfurt. Don't you get the feeling sometimes that we were in a situation where the policymakers, which are weak, I agree with you, they had to play fire brigade in the tail end of the subprime crisis. They were pushed by markets, essentially, maybe the solutions that weren't always the right ones. And now they're lumbered, of course, with a short end of the stick. And now they can't solve the problem fast enough for the market. Isn't this a little bit a case of passing the buck?
Well, I think there's a real element of that. I mean, I think, you know, we've seen since 2008 a rather clever transfer of blame from, you know, those of us in the financial community who should take our share of responsibility for what happened there to the public sector in general, but to policymakers in particular. And the fact is that, you know, even if they got it right then, their ability to kind of do more stimulus would be expiring anyway. There's a limit to how much of this you can do each time you do it. It's a little weaker than last time. You're devaluing the potency of stimulus measures. But I think it does go beyond that. I just think the traditional public spending stimulus that we've all grown used to at this point in an economic downturn just isn't working. And we've got to kind of go back to basics and work out what kind of spending in this 21st century economy, what kind of public spending will stimulate growth and create the kind of economic return, which means it doesn't just translate into more unserviceable public sector debt, not supported by increased private sector growth.
In terms of real investment, what is a real investment for a measured return? Okay, good to have you on the program today. Mark, you're going to stick with us for the whole 2 hours today. If you've got any questions, you can email us worldwide at cnbc.com. Lisa.
Alrighty, next story that we're watching for you involves Japan.